As we crossed over Southwark Bridge, we did enter Southwark.
There's a residential
Now
building in front of us, which has 3 large wind turbines built into the top of the building, and it produces 15% of the building's energy, which is fantastic. Problem was, when it was first built, they had to turn it back off because it was too noisy and the residents complained. So for the first 2 years it didn't run at all. Just like the Wobbly Bridge, which is called the Millennium Bridge, here in London, crossing the Thames. When they opened it, it was only open for a very short while, and then it was shut down again. And then they reopened it 2 years later after they figured out how to stop the wobbling. The wobbling was actually so bad that people fell over. So wasn't the greatest piece of engineering.
Prisons were private,
but they figured it out now.
Centuries. That meant that if you were sent to prison and you didn't have any money, you weren't going to get any food. You had to pay for food in prison with whatever you had. And so if you didn't have anything, you would starve. Therefore, if you were rich, on the other hand, prison really was not prison at all.
This I think is really fascinating. This bridge right here is called the Ladies' Bridge. This is because it was built during the Second World War while all the men were gone. So the women, you know, they did everything. And of course we could build a bridge. Why not? I love it. So that's the Ladies' Bridge. How cool.
Next up will be Piccadilly Circus. This is for Trafalgar Square.
So we'll be circling around Trafalgar Square right now. Now we're tour bus. And after that, Piccadilly Circus. Pay attention to the small things, like the phone booths, and the fact that we're driving the wrong way.
And down the top, in the opening.
Exactly. We're going topless today.
To the north side you have the National Gallery that houses the finest collection of Western art in this country, the finest collection of Italian Renaissance art outside of Italy. It's free to visit, as most of our museums and galleries are. There is not a city in the world that has the museums that London does. There's no doubt about that, and they are free to visit. Please visit all of the museums and galleries you can. Natural History Museum is the world's first natural history museum. You can like dinosaurs, skeletons, anything like that. Darwin himself was involved in the building and design of the Natural History Museum. That's some of the most machines you'll ever see out of any museum in the world. Victoria and Albert Museum is the finest design museum, particularly if you like fabrics, ceramics, are unsurpassed. And of course the British Museum is arguably the best museum in the world. Its collections are unsurpassed in most areas, particularly if you like Egyptian, Roman, and Greek antiquities. Please do visit. Those are just a few of the museums.
Canadian National Railway
Company, where we began our journey originally. Again, the New Zealand High Commission on the right hand side. Friends. Used to work there before it was the New Zealand High Commission at the Carlton Hotel. Worked as a pastry chef, 1930 to 1920 there. The Institute of Directors, Gentlemen's Club on the left.
See, it is a gentleman's club. This is what we stood in front of yesterday.
The gentleman on the left-hand side, on top of the column, is the Grand Old Duke of York from the nursery rhyme. Grand Old Duke of York had 10,000 men. He wants to fall to the top of the hill and he wants them down again. That was him. That song was actually sung to mock him. He was a very bad military leader. He used to march his troops up hills and down hills and then send them off to fight when they were tired. They never used to win anything. This is your stop for Piccadilly Circus. Next stop will be for Leicester Square. This is for Piccadilly Circus. Home to some of the world's most famous suit makers and shirt tailors down Regent Street. Isaac Newton also used to live down there. Piccadilly Circus. Circus means circle in Latin. It used to be a complete circle. It was built to connect the shopping districts of Piccadilly, which is the road coming up on the left hand side, and Regent Street to the next road on the left. Both big shopping areas on Piccadilly. Got lots of lovely shopping arcades, very expensive shopping arcades on Piccadilly. It's got things like the Royal Academy of Arts, which is well worth going to. It's another art museum. Fortnum and Mason's, a world famous food store. Ritz Hotel. Bond Street is also off of Piccadilly. Regent Street, again you've got stores like Hamleys, world famous toy store on Regent Street. The electronic advertisements in Piccadilly Circus were the first in the world in 1905. The first one was from Walkwheel.
Piccadilly Circus, taking its time. Circus is Latin for circle. It's just a street circle, so Piccadilly Circle.
You said that if you spend enough time in Piccadilly Circus, you will come across a place your entire life. Fair luck to you, that will last forever. Currently undergoing renovation for the Olympics in 2012 by most areas of London, so most of it is cordoned off. It's a big construction site. Chinatown, you go on the left here, you'll go into Chinatown, take a left and then a right, the whole north of Leicester Square.
Pigeon almost hit me in the head. And we have a visitor. Hello, pigeon. He's looking for food.
Okay.
I think the pigeon is absolutely used to tour buses and looking for food because he normally finds some up here. And we got a second one. In the bus.
Oh, look what we found! The original TGI Friday and Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. Lots and lots and lots of people. Let's go look at the horses. Phone booth. Very good. And absolutely fantastic. Amazing.
If you come to London, or when you do come to London, I recommend an entire day for this one alone. As well as, of course, the Tower of London and the Parliaments and the main churches down at the court. You're going to need many, many days. When you come to Piccadilly Circus, you're also going to need many days. Don't come here thinking you can do walkthrough because you won't see anything. You've got to come with a little bit of time and a load of cash. So,